Hello and welcome to a new episode here on my channel, and today we are watching together the Dying Light 2 update for March 2021. As you know, Dying Light has been in development for quite some time, and they announced the game I think nearly 3 years ago, and well, nothing really happened. They had multiple release windows. They never had like a full release time, like not a date, but they had like release windows, and technically the game was supposed to come out last year at some point. Now they completely pushed that back and they vanished. Like 2020, we didn't hear anything about the game. Like they showed us a little bit of gameplay in 2019, and then in 2020 nothing really happened. Of course, Corona was an issue, because a lot of game developers were suffering from that, but we heard a lot of bad news. Like a lot of developers left. Then they had this whole thing going on with their writers, that there were like sexual misconduct and whatnot in the game, and well, like with the writer, and they had to remove that from the game. And yeah, it was really bad. And the last info we basically got was that Dying Light was in some sort of developer hell, which had especially to do with the CEO of the company being problematic at best. So let's see what they have to say, and then we talk about that, shall we? Let's do this.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I love Dying Light, but it's time for Dying Light 2. Stop f***ing us around.
I want to play the Dying Light 2. When will it be on sale? I want to play it right away.
It's probably gonna have the same fate as Dead Island 2 and never come out, unfortunately.
Hello, Dying Light Studio. I hope everything is doing okay, but I'm really worried about the game. I hope it's not cancelled or something.
What the do the f***ing Dying Light 2? Stop do the f***ing DLCs. F word.
This is bullshit. Release Dying Light 2 or give a fucking demo, god damn it.
Okay, everyone, we got a message. We understand you are curious about the game because you want Dying Light 2 to be good as you have imagined. And maybe you are even a little impatient because you have waited
A
long
little
time
impatient.
for any news and updates.
This is a huge and complex project, and we needed time to make sure it will live up to our vision. All of us here are putting our hearts into delivering a game that you will keep playing for months. We will be ready to start talking about Dying Light 2 very, very soon.
The whole team needs your trust and support, as this is what motivates us, especially now when the circumstances are hard for everyone. We are proud of having such devoted fans as you, no matter how you express your feelings. And just for you, here's a small snippet of what's coming. Please, stay with us just a bit longer and stay safe. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, that's so much we have already seen, like, before.
Starting right now, you can go to our Discord and find a special DL2 question channel with a form that will let you send questions directly to us, to Dev Team.
Oh,
We'll answer all of them in the form of a series of short Ask Me Anything movies.
okay. That's not bad. Okay, a few things we have to tackle here automatically. Why are you doing this? Techland. Serious question here. Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, sure, there are people on social media and on YouTube who are very rude, and we all know that. Like, that the internet is or can be very toxic is a proven thing. But why do you give those people a spotlight? Why are you empowering them to give them the attention they craved? Like, you basically gave into that. Never, ever do that. And because what you just have shown to those people is, look at that. When we are just screaming loud enough, when we are basically sending out death threats to developers, and yes, that has happened in the past, we will get their attention. They will actually listen to us, and we get what we want. And that's what you showcase right here. This is a bad idea. An absolutely bad idea. Like, I understand that people are unhappy with the status of Dying Light and the infos we got, and that's valid. I think that is absolutely valid to be a little bit cranky about all the things which happened, right? Like, that's fine. But there are examples of that. Like this one. This one is a fair assessment. It might be ridiculous from a developer perspective, but here's somebody who is clearly saying, well, this game might have the famous fate as Dead Island 2 and is never coming out. But they did that without profanity and without threatening everyone. And they had one later on, I think right after this. Yeah, this one. Like, again, this is a good example of showcase people who are actually concerned with the development of the game and are concerned for the developers, but without having to just showcase the people who are super aggressive and who are super toxic. Don't do that. So they're also really focused on this. Like, I know what they try to do here. They want to showcase, like, the amount of abuse they have to stomach sometimes. And this is abuse. A very toxic abuse, because developers read this. And when you read that every day for years, that is not good for your mental state. Especially when you have hundreds of people doing that. But again, don't showcase that in the video. Don't idolize those people and put them into a spotlight. I know it's hard because people want to call those people out, but this is exactly what they want. They will not change their behavior. Now, to put it mildly, as they say, right?
Message. We understand
Like,
you
they
are
get the
curious
message.
about the game because you want
It's
Dying
like,
Light 2
yeah.
to be good as you have imagined. And maybe you are even a little impatient.
No, they are toxic, they are dicks. Like, some people, not all of them, but some people are dicks. So, impatient, like, I mean, that people are slowly getting a little bit impatient is understandable, because they announced the game too early. They showcased the game too early. They had tons of issues, some which were, well, you could have foreseen, and some others which were totally not predictable, right? Like with Chris Avalone having those sexual allegations going around, and they just try to remove all the things he basically did for the game. And nobody could have foreseen that. The corona pandemic, nobody could have foreseen that. So it's like, okay, I get that. Like, those are tough things on the game.
Because you have waited a long time for any news and updates.
That, on the other hand, is a problem I do see. It's like completely vanish from the face of the earth in 2020, even though you basically said the game will release in that year. You have showed trailers before. It's like, what happened exactly?
A huge and complex project, and we needed time to make sure it will live up
Okay,
to our
take your
vision.
time. That's fine.
All of us here are putting our hearts into delivering a game
That's fine.
that you will keep playing for months. We'll
I understand
be ready
that.
to start talking about Dying Light 2 very, very soon.
The whole team needs your trust and support.
No. I disagree with this. Especially after Cyberpunk, people, like before that, don't trust game developers and publishers. They're businesses in the end. It's a business thing. And sure, like you can trust somebody do it right, but especially after Cyberpunk, I think it really showcased of when developers with problematic development ask for your trust, it never really panned out that well. So when he is asking for your trust into the company to deliver the good game, no. That doesn't mean I will not play the game. That doesn't mean I will hate the game or anything. But trust is being earned. And at least in my book, they haven't done anything of the sort to warrant that trust.
As this is what motivates us, especially now when the
They can get my
circumstances
support.
are hard for everyone. We are proud of having such devoted fans.
They can
as you,
totally get my
no matter
support.
how you express your feelings. And just for you, here's us.
Yeah, no matter how you express your feelings, like again, unfortunately, we have a huge toxicity problem. Like it is one thing to clearly say, sorry, what you were saying here is bullshit, or you a liar, like this is not working. Like when people are getting a little bit heated and clearly make their position clear that they are not liking where this is going, that's completely fine. The problem is when we're getting those examples, right, where people are just throwing around all the slurs and whatnot, and it's like, yeah, that's like a no, that's not okay. So they then show a quick look at the gameplay. Here's the thing. I'm glad to see that there's gameplay, but I also have to admit, showing me in Dying Light 2 that running is amazing is like, yeah, it was already pretty amazing in the first one. Like I'm pretty sure you nailed that, right? And it was a quick look, and they don't really want to show like any more extensive gameplay. The thing is, I'm not trusting that the gameplay is not work. I'm more curious and concerned about how multiple gameplay parts connect with each other and they actually work with each other. Because that seems to be where the issue lies. Like the running around, murdering people, having zombies and monsters and whatnot. Like, that's the thing they already absolutely nailed in the first one. And I have absolutely no doubt that they will do this here again. And like the fighting already felt good in the first one. Like this is all like cool, but I am more concerned for the underlying systems they're promising us with the decision making and what comes out of those decisions, how it changes the game. This seems to be where there is the big dream of every decision in the game will change the game and the execution of it. But with that said, stay tuned. Okay, we will see. We don't have to wait another year before we are getting any infos. Like they say 2021. I'm curious if that means we will get more infos or if they actually try to say it's coming out this year, which I'm still not 100% sure about. Like it's a bit like Cyberpunk at this point. I have reached just the point where I say, you know, it comes out when it comes out. When I download it on the platform of my choice and can actually boot it up, then we have reached the point where I can say, okay, I get it, it's out. But till then, I don't hold my breath. I think it's good that they're actually collecting developer questions. I think that's a pretty good idea. And yeah, actually curious like which answers we're getting. I'm looking forward to those videos, and I will probably watch them, and then we'll upload them to YouTube. Yeah, that sounds like a fun thing, because as I said before, I'm still looking forward to the game. I might be concerned, but that's why I am like a little bit cautious, right? Like, I still remember Cyberpunk, and I'm just cautious at this point with Dying Light 2. That's why I have trust issues. So we will see. But with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can click on the like button. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more gaming news, more reactions to Dying Light 2, Evil Genius 2 is also pretty big here right now on the channel, which we will also play a preview on this coming Friday on the live stream. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you so desire and you want to get informed whenever there is a new video coming up. Don't forget to click on the bell icon, because that's what YouTube wants. So let's feed YouTube. Yay. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Till then,